Okay. This is going to be the first time I've played video games since Viscera Cleanup Detail.
I was gonna
Boy,
say that it's not that long.
that's like a week and a couple of days.
We played Satisfactory last week.
Oh. It feels like forever.
Yeah,
Boy, being
I
on a
think
lot of drugs, man.
for a while I think this was your norm, is you'd play video games like once a week.
For a while, I got way better about that, but
Yeah.
then this just came along and completely destroyed me.
Now you're just back in it, brah.
I am back
In
in it,
the no
bruh.
video game trenches. But no, Kung Pao was a Enter the Fist was a like a parody of all those like dubbed Japanese kung fu movies.
Okay, none of them were Japanese, but yeah, I follow.
Oh right, but but is making fun of dubbed martial arts movies, but instead of
Right.
dubbing the voice, they dubbed in the entire protagonist. He was an
Nice.
American actor, green screened into the movie. I don't remember if it was an existing film that they were fucking with, or if it was literally just they were pretending it was an existing film. But I feel like it was just a real film that already existed, and they just replaced the protagonist
That's
with some jackass.
kind of hilarious. I can see how that movie might be an enjoyable romp for those who might be on illicit substances, or
It's it,
perhaps even those who just have very bad taste.
if nothing else, it's just aggressively memorable.
Eh, yeah, I'm gonna
Just
start
lives in my
streaming.
brain forever.
Yeah, I when people have said like, "Oh, I'm on like medicine that makes me drowsy" or something like that. I never really like thought too much of it.
But how
But boy, oh
strong
boy,
its power was.
holy shit! After having lived it like 5 days, I guess it's only been like 5 days. After only being on like medicine that makes you like super drowsy and out of it for like 5 days,
You just kind of
and
end up like
coming in,
bored and miserable the whole time, and you don't want to be.
yeah. Oh, it was awful. And then, like, literally demonstrated by me just coming into this stream and being like, I don't think I've played video. The last time I played video games was this Viscera. And you'd be like, that's not all that long ago. And I'm like, what?
Yeah,
It's
that's
not.
both not that long ago, and we played this game last week, which was more recent. Because
Wow. Yeah. So
of all the reasons
that was a hoot.
of all reasons that we've missed a session of Satisfactory, somehow you getting like a brain infection didn't register. That didn't clock for us missing a factory day.
um, that's fine because it goes to show. Dude, let me put it to you this way.
You're just so
There were
dedicated
some
to your
days,
craft.
there were some days where I was like so like miserable on the medicine that I was tempted to ask you like, hey, can you just open up the Satisfactory server and just like I'll just come in, I'll optimize the base, I'll be like a ghost that plays the game
Just for
well.
something
you won't even
to
know
do.
I'm there. Just for something to do.
You were so
then
bored
I
you were
didn't.
watching MMORPG streams.
I know.
Mine.
Yours,
Not even good
I know.
ones.
I know. But anyway,
So you ready to start?
Words.
We're all
Yeah,
set?
then I decided I probably wouldn't trust myself to
Oh
play
god.
Satisfactory and do math while
Yeah, no,
on
I would totally would have made it a
opiates.
new save and would not have told you.
Works.
I would have just made it a new save branch so that we could delete it immediately and revert back, and it would just not tell you I was doing that.
Fair.
So
Yeah, but I'm all ready to go.
Yeah,
I'm
I've
in
made
the
some
base,
progress
doing
since
the
we
shit.
left off.
Yeah.
So I wanted to
What
finish.
you been doing?
Because I was trying to do. I spent all of last session trying to do the modular frames and didn't even reach that point. So after you left, I at least finished, like threading the building so that the connections are there. But also, I
What,
believe
modular frames?
we're not making modular frames yet, but the resources are being sent up there, so I can like
Gotcha.
I can hook them up later. And also, if you look at the screws floor, it has been revamped again because where we left it was at a bad place.
Yeah, no, this looks pretty cool. The only thing I'm gonna call out that I'm concerned about. Oh my god, that was just like the most corporate way I could have phrased that.
Yeah.
The only thing that I see that still needs to be done is we have a bunch of iron plate conveyor belts that are lined up but not going anywhere.
Oh yeah, a lot of resources just aren't being spent yet. But that's good. That means we have
Yeah.
place. That means we can send them places. Just
Okay.
open my notes
So I'm
back
gonna
up again.
start by sending. I'm gonna start by sending some of the the iron plates upwards and onwards, but I don't think I can because they're gonna boop into other existing lifty things. Yeah.
Like, I
okay,
believe-
that is the thing that's happening.
Yeah, you can just give that. You can just make them go further from the building by another layer
Oh.
if they're gonna
that's
collide.
Smart.
The I think I did the math because we were already mathing like what you on your end. You figured out what you needed for screws to fit into the next building, and on the back end, I figured out like, oh, okay, we need 2 rod making machines to fuel 3 screw making machines. That's the ratio.
Yeah.
And so this floor
That
is
makes
set up on
sense.
that ratio, so it's pretty clean, and that'll work for now.
Okay.
Also, if you look up on the horizon, I during the podcast I was fiddling with the server a little bit, and I realized I found I found where you had the coal track just kind of leading to our base and stopping.
Yeah.
So I led it over there to the water. So when if you look over and see those 7 towers, that's 7 coal burners adding to our power supply.
Oh shit. Nice.
because
I see them.
The coal track went there, and I've continued to put all
Okay.
of our slugs into power to just
Okay.
milk whatever amount of coal and water is available because both of those dry up pretty quickly. I'm gonna go back to trying to make the frames work.
I liked what you were saying up until you made the pun.
Ha 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 ha! You can't. You have no ground to stand on. I've heard you speak.
That's
ever.
right, because I'm standing on a belt.
Like you fucking
so
love that
smart.
shit. You can't pretend you don't.
I don't.
You're
what are you doing
relentless.
ascribing emotions to me? You should know that.
If you
No,
if
it's
you're left
stupid.
unattended, you spontaneously produce puns.
Hey, is this all about just me titling your podcast that I wasn't in?
Yeah.
I
Call
feel like
of
that's what you're
Cthulhu-
alluding to
Call
right
of
now.
Pulu.
I don't even know what prompted that, right? So, it's just I was just watching your stream while on my pain medicine, just doing my high bird thoughts, and something about like Lovecraft popped up, and I was like, Call of Cthulhu. And you were like, well, that's the name of the podcast today.
And
And
Colonel
so
was like,
it
"We're not."
was.
Colonel was like, "We're not using that," and I'm like, "You can't come up with anything better," and he couldn't.
I saw that conversation. He was like, I defer to you, Pun Master. And I was like, I want a conversation I wasn't even a part of. Hell yeah.
Such is the power of
Yeah.
Cthulhu. But yeah, it came up because you were watching our stream, and we mentioned that we talked about Lovecraft's racism and bidets.
Oh, yeah. That's what
That
it
was
was.
just
That's
the
what
topics of the day.
It was. Wow.
The day was a bidet.
I was there in spirit. Nobody can escape me. Even if you try.
How did I put this down wrong? God damn it.
Fuck, I'm falling to my death. No, I'm not. That was weird. Well, that's fall to my death. Yet.
Oh, right, I have to feed it into the
Alright.
back. That wasn't
We're
very
just gonna
smart of me.
we're gonna kind of make the iron come over here onto this weird little groovy side platform, and you know it's not gonna be pretty and it's not gonna be nice, but it is gonna work, and that's at the end of the day, you know what they say, function over form.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially if it makes me do less work.
Right, exactly.
The most important part of that.
If
You're
you wanted
welcome.
this to be done pretty, then you would have hired a graphic designer. Instead, you hired an engineer, so
Yeah.
fuck.
So I guess we all learned something today.
Oh no, these are curvy. Oh no. Okay, hang on. Let me do it that way at least.
I always want to make the base more pretty. But then, even when I'm in the middle of trying that, just logistical realities surface. And I'm like, oh, I don't think I can.
Oh,
Deep
you
down
can.
inside.
You just don't believe in yourself.
Oh, shucks. Do you
No.
believe in me?
No, I'm trying to be condescending and annoying. Like, oh, you're having a
Oh.
problem? Have you tried kombucha?
Have you tried kombucha? Just as a catch-all solution to, I'm sorry I wasn't listening.
Like, wow, that really sucks. Have you? But you know what might help is kombucha. It's like, you
My
know,
favorite part of your problems is not listening to them.
No, I mean, this last week I was talking about like having to get a root canal and all that stuff, but then I just realized this 5 seconds ago that fuck, all I really needed was some kombucha. That was oh no, I just jumped off to my death. Oh man, I'll try that. I'll go back in time and I'll try that and I'll let you know how it works.
Why does it take me days to upload a stream? Because multiplayer stuff has a specific place in the schedule, which I repeatedly announce. And that's when that goes up. There's already videos on the other days. It's pretty straightforward,
Right.
actually.
Good.
Question answered. Goodbye. I like to imagine that whenever I answer a question, it's like an outbox for like business. Like they leave. They're gone.
Like they're satisfied by your
I've
answer
spent
and they'll
that
never come
viewer.
back.
Because that's what
Are you
streams are for,
sure?
right? You answer one question and then they leave.
I mean, that's kind of like what AOC's stream was like when she was trying to stream about Wall Street bets, but that was just because of technical issues.
Was it like shutting down over and over again?
Yeah, basically.
Fun.
Alright, let's kill that conveyor lift. Kill that conveyor
There's
lift.
always a line between like people that are struggling with technical difficulties because boomer, and then people who are struggling because actually technology is really annoying. It's like actually,
Yeah,
basically everyone struggles.
I think that OBS is also probably one of the least friendly and easy to use pieces of software
Oh yeah, no.
ever.
Whenever I have to
mean,
fix
my
something,
God.
it involves a lot of googling.
Just learning how an encoder works is just nearly impossible. And guess what? You gotta figure it out. You gotta figure it out immediately because encoders they're just gonna be the thing that you deal with for the rest of your life if you're gonna be streaming regularly.
For the rest of your natural life.
Because just when you think you understand encoders, what do you know? They make some new ones. And it's like, this encoder is no longer compatible with your video card or whatever, and then
Is that a thing you
you
encountered?
gotta figure it out. What?
Is that a thing you encountered?
No, not really. I mean, I could have encountered it if I decided to try and go with like the latest encoders, but then I was like, no. And I think that was the right decision. But no, there are new encoders.
If I remember correctly, it's just like there's the one that works with my editing software and the one that doesn't, and will require additional processing. And that makes the choice very simple.
Yeah, well, I mean, the thing is, that's the difference between you and I, right? Like, you'll run into a problem, and you'll opt for like you'll like accept it, or like be like, oh, okay, well, there's, you know, this is just gonna be how it is. I'll have to solve it. The way that I face problems is, I don't accept defeat at all. So if there's a technical problem that I believe should work, I will fucking throw as much money, time, and effort into it until it does what I think it should do. And, and
You just charge
nothing will
headlong into
stop
the
me.
problem, no matter how many new problems that are created in the process.
Yes.
What could go
Yes.
wrong? Everything, as it turns
this-
out.
Yeah.
You are the Thanos meme. But what did it cost? Everything.
But it works now.
But now
It
I can
should
wear
work
webcam
now.
hats.
I can wear webcam hats, and they're fun. And I'm not wearing one right now because my face is still like puffy and not particularly great, which is apparently enough of an excuse for me to not go put on a hat. Don't question my logic. I can feel you doing it right now, and I think it's very rude.
My face is puffy, therefore I cannot wear a hat.
Yes. I mean, have you ever tried wearing a hat when you got a puffy face?
I don't like hats.
Well, then that's twice
So-
the reason for you to not judge me.
Like, generally speaking, I just don't like to wear... I don't try to wear hats in any context, really. I just don't like them.
Right. So So you need to get off your fucking high horse and stop judging me because you don't even wear hats to begin with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're welcome. Plausible deniability or whatever.
Something about this isn't working the way I expected it to, which is wrong because everything should always work the exact way I
All the
expected
time.
it to. Yes. Now this is really weird.
Let's see.
I wonder if it's like the belts are messed up or it's an issue with the constructors. No, this constructor's fine. Constructor's fine. This constructor's fine. Yeah, one of our splitters for screws does everything perfectly, and the other does not, and I don't really understand what the difference between them is.
There we go. That was
Like,
stupid.
The screw throughput, or the screw put, as I like to call it, is just not. It's not correct.
Is one of them like lagging behind while the other one's just chugging all continuously,
Yeah,
just
exactly.
going away?
Exactly.
Oh yeah,
Going
you mean
into
on
this
you mean
one,
do you mean on the hardened
split.
iron plate platform?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one does look spaced out.
So we have 3 going into this boy, which then splits to 2, which then... Oh, this is weird. Why is this set up this way?
Does it have an extra split in the process or something?
No, it's just like... I think that
Oh my God.
you threaded this thing into it, which I didn't expect.
All these boxes.
Yeah.
They have to be
These
defeated.
3.
Let's see. Oh yeah, I went and increased the number of things producing screws, but I didn't have like a path, so I awkwardly had that sky bridge path
I see.
that brings those screws
Okay.
over.
Yeah, this is
Let's see.
helping, I guess. It's a
There's
little funky.
There is a glut of screws. We could definitely move screws faster if we had another lane, because the fact that they're stopping
Yeah.
it all means that they're backed up. The question is whether any of the stuff that they're fueling actually is slowing down because of screws. Because if nothing's ever
They are.
stopping because of screws, they are.
Yeah. So we have these 3 that are feeding into this one.
Also,
which
these ones
then
are
splits
slow.
into
Also, these 2
so
are
that-
slow. How many of these are
Okay.
slow? That one's slow. That one's slow. That one's slow. That one's slow.
Alright. Yeah, I mean, if you want to make them all fast, that might also just solve the problem by way
Well,
of...
that's why
making all the
I think
shit
that's why they're
fast.
slowing. I think that's why they're suddenly spaced out on one side is because they're coming through slowly.
Oh,
Let's
you think
see.
that the consumer belts are 2s and producer belts are 1s, so it's getting all the fucky?
Let's see. Well, if stuff's moving at 2 speed and then suddenly hits 1 speed at some point, then everything down that point will still be at 1 speed. Like when it goes back
Right.
up to 2 speed, it'll be moving 2 speed, but it'll be spaced out.
Oh, you're totally right. Okay. So
I think
this
I got them all. That might have been it.
is,
Because stuff looks
can
backed
you-
up as fuck around here.
yeah. This is looking a lot better immediately. So that might have just been the only thing that was required.
Yeah.
Let me go up to the reinforced iron
We'll
floor.
slowly replace every single track in this entire base with 2s. It's just they're hard to spot.
and then
I
we
think,
get to do it all over again with 3s.
Yeah, I think one of them is like. Do they look different? Here, this is 2 next to each other. I'm trying to compare them. Oh, that's interesting.
What?
So the twos have a taller bronze fin.
Uh-huh.
You know the rail around on the sides. It's like 50% of the height of the width of the height of the track. It's half bronze
Uh-huh.
and half ironly looking. The ones have a much shorter thing. It's like 1/3 bronze, but also noticeably, it looks like this is actually the most noticeable thing. Probably is that if you see a track that has one light per segment, that's a 2. If it has
Okay.
3 lights per segment, it's a 1. So
Okay.
it's like
I'll
just
try
a
to keep
weird.
that in mind.
It's just a weird detail. Those white lights on the sides of the tracks. There's 1 per chunk on a 2, and there's 3 little ones on a 1. I'm like, that's a weird detail. You would wish they would just be different colors.
Yeah. So I think that I'm noticing what you're talking about, right? Like up here in the reinforced iron thing, a lot of these belts in are all Mark IIs, which is why everything looks really spaced out.
Yeah. The ideal is to start
Okay.
all the way back at the beginning of the entire process and replace everything with 2s.
Yeah,
But
but on the other
also-
hand,
Also, it's fun to get anything actually done eventually instead of just going back
Yeah.
and redoing everything you've done so far. So it's a process. A lot of stuff. We still don't. We definitely don't have anywhere near like infinite heavy plates. So on a regular basis, we it's just when you're trying to make everything connect and you just want it to work. It's just easier to hook it up with ones because we have
Right.
like infinite regular plates. It's so easy to have them.
right, exactly. Like we can just we can make little prototypes of the yeah, I think we also need to make sure that we're replacing the conveyor lifts, right? Like those have to be Mark 1,
Yeah,
Mark 2, Mark 3?
I tried to get all of those.
Okay.
In particular, I think
yeah,
I put in the Mark II conveyor belt as the only one on my toolbar. I'm trying not to make
Yeah.
ones for lifts anymore. Or
How do
so
you-
is my
Can
hope.
you not replace them the same way you can replace...
Yeah, you just click on them.
Oh.
It might be possible to fuck up and rotate it or something, and then it comes out facing the wrong way on one side. But if
Oh,
you
I
just
think that
if you,
yeah,
if
that's
you
what
just click, I think it directly replaces it.
Yeah, I think that's what was happening. Was it looked like it was words fail me.
modular
It looked like it
frames.
was like rotating weirdly. Okay.
This is wow, that's brutal. So the modular frames make 2 modular frames. The devices make 2
Okay.
modular frames at a rate of, so it makes them it just spits out 2 at once. But the output speed is 2 parts per minute. So that means it finishes 1 bar
Yeah,
and
that ain't
creates
good.
2 every minute.
Yeah,
Holy shit.
That's gonna require some scaly scales.
Yeah, it's gonna need some scaling. I'm still trying to make sure that the reinforced iron's even reaching it
Oh, no.
at a rate that's workable.
Yeah, I'm wondering if the math isn't as simple as I thought. Like where, you know, if you had a machine that produced 30 and you have a consumer of the 30, you know what I'm trying to say. Like it would... Well, yeah, I don't know what's up. Some of these machines, I'm tracing them through, and I thought that they would be, like, perfect. They're not. I don't know why.
Well, the one you're looking at right now is definitely backlogged fully. This one's backed up. This one's good
What I'm looking at right
too.
now is
Ooh,
not.
this
It
one's
started
iffy.
at 100, and it's slowly been dipping down.
Oh, it's dwindling.
Yeah.
Oh.
Both these two on the right are dwindlers.
And these 2 on the left are both on the cusp of running out of screws. Like they're not getting interrupted right now, but they're not getting like backlogged up to having like 100 screws in them.
That's probably fine. That's what we want, right? We want it to be just correct.
We want them to have too many resources, if only because we want to make more of these machines, because right now they're not making them very fast.
Fair.
So if they were backlogged, then we would know that it's safe to make another machine to eat up all that excess. Because right now we're still trying to make sure these 4 run well, but our rate of making iron plates is not great still. I guess between the
weird. Like the
4,
ones on the.
So I guess we're making 20 per minute right now.
The ones on the left are like perfect, and the ones on the right are not. And I can't tell what the difference is because it's just limited to the iron plates. Let me check something. So this consumes 30 iron plates per minute, and a single iron plate pooper should produce...
One single pooper of plates.
A single poop man produces 20
Dr.
per minute.
Mick Poopington.
Oh, crap.
Did you get your math wrong?
Bucket. It consumes 30 iron ingots per minute, but it produces 20. I did my math wrong. I apologize. I was probably on painkillers at the time.
This
Either that or I was in tremendous
choice
pain.
right here. Let me fix that. Well, I saw you had 3 on the slow side. You had 3 tracks of screws feeding into one merger, and then that was going into one. Then that was all being combined into one track, then going into a splitter. It's like just don't merge them at all. Just keep them separate, and then there won't be the bottleneck of that one track in the middle.
Well, no, I think that's what we want. We want 3 to come together to get 120.
That's the side that's going too slow.
Well, now the main problem is actually just the iron plates. So if I fix the iron plate production, then this will be fine. So a reinforced iron requires 30. So that means that to do, say, let me get my notes out. Otherwise I'm going to have to remember all this.
These tracks freaking out. Okay.
That means that the least common multiple of 20 and 30 is going to be 60.
There we go.
So that means that we need to do we need to do 3 iron plates combined to 2 belts. Okay. To do 2. Okay, I think I started all this math, but then didn't finish it. So I can do that real quick.
Let's see if that improved it. No! 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 Ow! We need an elevator.
Yeah.
I just want to go into a little capsule, say what floor I want to take it to, and those floors need to have little labels, names, so I can tell what floor anything is.
I don't even know if that exists in this game.
God, I need it, though. I need it so good bad. Wait, did I go the wrong floor? I'm a fool. I just saw a bunch of screws and thought I was wrong. Oh, they're feeding in bigly. Oh, look at them going up. Oh, look at them going up. Yes. Yes. Yeah, I identified a bottle.
Children watching.
I identified a bottleneck and removed it. And the 2 on the left are just going up in number now. It's beautiful. Because we have so many screws, there's no reason we should not be supplying them fast enough. Yeah, it's because you had 3 tracks going into a merger, and then that track was splitting into 2 lifts.
Right.
So I'm
to
like
balance them.
So I'm just like feed it directly into it instead of bottlenecking it through one track's speed.
No, I think that you need to.
I mean, it's working.
Do that
We're
splitting.
Good. We're good.
Okay.
We're big goodly.
See.
We're big old goodly in this. Let's see. We also might have so many outputs that you can just mathematically balance them instead of merging them into balancing. Because every time you choke them onto one track, they're going to be limited to the speed of that one track even after you split them. It's 1, 2, 3,
yeah, maybe
4, 5,
maybe
6,
you're right,
7.
and I'm using the splitters and the mergers incorrectly. Then
let's see. Yeah, every time you use a merger, you're splitting, you're cutting the bandwidth of whatever resource you're using in half, or even down to a third if you use all 3 ports.
Right.
So it's good if you. I use them upstairs to merge together the outputs of all of the really hard to make resources, just so I can put them on one track to then spit them out into like a box or whatever. But the big throughputs, especially screws are high volume. Everything like they get produced in huge numbers and consumed in large numbers, so they're like a track test. Like they consume track, and like they just eat it up. And there's so many intervals of screws just taking up space, being a problem.
Interesting. I'm just gonna keep an eye on this.
So that's a merger.
Just check my own understanding of how this game works, because I could be. You could be right. I don't know. I've attempted to do a similar like balancing thing for the iron plates on the far right side, so that should be balanced on iron plate inputs. Let me go upstairs and check. No. Oh, that could have been worse.
No, I'm
I need a fucking elevator. No.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dad, come on, man.
Mm-hmm.
You're not watching, are you? Because if you're watching, it's gonna make me nervous.
Oh, I'm watching.
No, don't do that.
I'm watching everything. This is hard to parse.
Okay, so I did rebalance the two, the iron plates, the iron plate belts using the splitters and the mergers, and it's coming in at a perfect rate now.
Good.
So I think that doing the splitting and merging thing does work. I'm just surprised that it doesn't work on the screws so much.
I think it's context specific, like how you applied it.
Maybe.
Because you can definitely unnecessarily restrict the rate at which things can transmit via mergers.
Maybe that's what was going on. Maybe I'll just go back and double check my math. Maybe I was high. Yeah, I'm starting to think that maybe me asking if we could play Satisfactory while I was on painkillers probably wouldn't have worked out super well. Maybe it was for the best that we didn't do that and I just watched Final Fantasy 14 instead.
There's one there. Can I put another one on top? Shit. Yes. These are a process. God damn it. Just link to the thing I tell you to link to with my clicky face. I've had a
do what he says. What with his clicky face?
Whip snap with his whippy tail. And the clicking was done.
You were saying something that wasn't a reference to a song?
I never. When would I do that? There's still so many more songs to do.
There's like 3. Come on.
I've got to do every song. There's like 3 songs in existence. That's the argument you're making.
Yes.
Yeah, there's the 4 chord song. And Gangnam Style.
Don't Stop Believin'.
The other song ever made.
Yeah. Yeah, Oprah Gangnam Style.
Oprah Gangnam Style.
Yeah. Hi, sexy lady. Oprah Gangnam Style. 40 parts per minute. What?
Wasn't that a...
Damn it, damn it, damn it. Why are ladders the worst?
Yeah, they're really bad. We could put stairs in.
What?
But then we have to run in circles a bunch of times, and then it also sucks.
Yes. 60 per minute on screws.
Shit.
So least common multiple of No.
It always looks like I have a plan until it very abruptly falls apart.
You know that saying, when you make a plan, God looks at you and says, "Not today."
Not today. God looks down and says, "No."
God looks down and is like, "What the? What do you do? Don't even start with that.
Don't
shit.
put that in your
We
mouth.
starting with
What do you have in your mouth? Drop.
I'm gonna eat these nuts.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I thought I saw 7. All right. 1 merger, 2 merger, 3 merger, then the lone track, because we only have 7 screw machines. Screw machines. Hopefully that all gets improved, and I didn't fuck everything up. Because I removed I removed as many excess as I could.
Okay, so if we have, so a screwmatron produces
A Google Thorpe.
Wait a tick. Wait a tick.
This is what I want
on.
to see. This machine has like 500 screws in it. Yes.
Hold on. There might be some bullshit that I missed.
Now they need more plates.
This might be some bullshit that I missed. So...
Did you mix up your inputs and your outputs? Because they're both listed.
No. When it says... I'm looking at the screws. When it says 4 screw, 40 parts per minute, does that mean that it's creating 160 screws a minute? Or does that mean it's creating 40 screws per minute?
I think it means 40. I think it's doing the math for you.
You think it's doing the math for
I don't
me?
think it mean.
Okay.
I don't think it means it finishes that many packs or bundles.
Apart.
I think it means that that's just straight up what its output is.
I'm curious. I need to know. No,
you
the iron plate
stare at it
production.
and count.
I think the iron plate production looks like it's perfectly balanced now.
Yeah,
I mean,
but then we want more.
Okay, yeah, we do want more, but like these two on the right, like I think they're getting iron plates at the exact rate that they should be getting them. So they'll never like get more than they need, but they'll never have less than they need, you know?
Yeah.
Like they should be.
We're gonna make this whole fucking thing work. Especially if it doesn't want us to.
I'm really interested in seeing Satisfactory.
Oh, this isn't hooked up at all.
Let's see, Satisfactory math. Screws.
I see that our rotor floor has all of its screws connections severed.
Yeah, that's probably somebody's fault.
Did you do that last session and then forget?
No.
We are making absolutely 0 rotors. There's no screws. Every single piece of screw is currently disconnected from that floor. Oh. Okay. Well, the good news is downstairs things are backed up to like 500 screws, so we can divert. We can figure this shizzle, dizzle.
Cool. I liked it when you didn't say those words.
That's exactly why I said them. God, what is this weird nightmare? What happened to this floor? Who hurt it? Let's see. So I've been having a strange book experience.
Yeah.
I started reading House of Leaves, which is like this infamous metatextual long-ass novel that I've been putting off for a long time because it just seemed like a lot. Like I always, it's up there with a lot of the other like must-read type of things where I'm just like, but this manga's only 200 pages and has pictures.
So you're reading the House of Leaves manga adaptation?
No, I don't know how you would do that.
It would be weird and difficult. I mean, people tried with Yume Nikki, and that turned out terrible.
They did a manga adaptation of Yume Nikki?
Yeah, it's so fucking bad.
Like that's like the wander around horror-ish game, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. That is a weird choice to make.
yeah. It wasn't good.
Well, people do like to try to make money. They also tried to remake Yume Nikki, which, judging by the reviews, didn't go well either.
Well, I don't think that. I think people are being overly harsh on that remake. I think that it's a fine enough game. At any rate, House of Leaves. Wait,
Well,
geez.
So it's already like a very strange
House of Leaves
thing, because like it's a book about a book that's about a movie that doesn't exist. Have you read House of Leaves?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like you open up this
Kinda.
fucking...
I mean, I've never finished it, but I read little bits and pieces of it.
Yeah. You open up with this like baffling metatextual thing where it's like I had a neighbor once and he died, and then he was like all locked up in his room and obsessing over his manuscript, and then I read it and I'm like, oh, that's kind of boring. You don't really give a shit. But then then I kept reading it more. Then slowly it was like something that now I'm getting obsessed with it. And then there's you're reading his perspective about this book. But there's another layer, which is that apparently the fucking editors are also running this thing. So there's a third metatextual layer of the editors. But then there's the weird layer, which is that. And one of the weirdest parts is that the fucking manuscript itself is a it's like a script for a video essay. Like it's a media analysis book that's novel length about a thing that doesn't exist. Like not only does the movie not exist in our world, it doesn't exist in their world. Like for them it's not real. And I'm like, fuck, this is a hell of an intro. But that's just that's just about how House of Leaves is fucking weird, and I'm really interested in seeing where it goes. But no, my weird book experience was that I opened up the first page, and the heading for the first chapter is a quote from my favorite Beatles song, "A Day in the Life." So it's like I read the news today. Oh boy, I'm like, that's a funny coincidence, but whatever. It's just a song I like that's popular anyway, so who cares? Got a little weirder. A little later, they explain when the film that this is all about was filmed. It was filmed in April to 1990. My birthday. Like, original birthday. And I'm like, alright, this is getting weirder. I think there was like a media thing that was mentioned on like the first page that was also weirdly specific, but I forgot what it was. But no, here's where it got even weirder, because I'm already like, okay, that's a little fucking weird about how the movie was filmed on the day the month I was born in real life. But then in chapter 2, the characters in the movie that the book is recapping say that their water heater went out, and our water heater was out. And then
it's a lot of coincidences so far, but that's really funny.
But that's really specific. How often does your water heater go out? Like, we were literally replacing the entire water heater. Like, that never happens. But then he does this big long story and then gets back to that. Like, yeah, it's weird how the story said the water heater was out and then my water heater was out, right? Because in the book, the guy that's responding to the book also had his water heater out at the same time that the story had his water heater out. But then he reveals that he actually added the word water to the story. The movie actually just said heater, not water heater. So then he's fucking with you. He's making fun of you for thinking the two were related. Meanwhile, it's in my head, I'm like, is it related to the fact that it happened in my world? And I'm like, what the fuck? Nice. How is this like double, triple meta? Like, I'm only in chapter 2. That's not the intention of the book.
That's pretty funny. That game.
That
book already kind of fucks with you. So you got like an extra.
Yeah, dose. My life fucked with me by mirroring the book in a fucking weird way. It's so fucking strange.
No, I like. I don't own a copy of House of Leaves, but basically my experience with that book is, I went to a bookstore. They had a rack of House of Leaves. Oh, God, that was unexpected. They had a big like rack full of like House of Leaves. Maybe it was new, or maybe it's had like a new edition or something like that. And I opened it up to a random page. And it was like a collage, or like a fucking like, I don't even remember what I saw, but you know how maybe you haven't gotten that far into the book, but
one of the first things you do when you get a copy of House of Leaves is you open up to random pages, and then be really
Yeah.
confused by what you see, because you'll see like,
Mhm.
and you'll see like a bunch. You'll see a page that looks like a newspaper, and then you'll see a
Yep.
page that looks like the shape of an X, but the X is made of text. And then you'll see a page where
Yeah.
it's like somebody typed something with a typewriter and then used the same page again. So they typed over their previous typing with two separate things. It's like the whole middle of the book is like, I don't know what this is, and I don't know how this will make sense when I get to it.
Yeah, totally. No, that was my experience with reading it, and
There's a bunch of pages with one line of text on it or less.
Mhm.
Did you have the remastered full color edition?
Oh yeah, that one's pretty nice because
yeah.
like some of the words themselves will have color
Yeah.
associated with them, and like
Yeah.
if you read them, you'll get like different meanings
Well,
based off of that.
I'm just wondering if they're fucking with me, basically, because it's like the
They are.
remastered, fully colored edition, and it's like the word "house" will appear in blue. So
Yep.
the cover of the book says "House of Leaves" and the house is blue, and then throughout the entire book, every time anyone says "house," including compound words like "housewife," the house part will be blue, and that's it.
Yeah.
Like that'll be the only color on the entire page is just the word "house" being colored in over and over again, and it's like, what is this accomplishing? I don't. It's a strange story.
Yeah, it's presented very interestingly. The story itself, the narrative is pretty good, based off of what I've heard from people that have read it. So, like, I'm sure if you stick with it, you'll find that it'll be
Chad is saying that chapter 5 is going to contain a picture of me and the address at which I'm reading the book. Okay, so things have improved. That's good.
That's
The
good.
layouts are improved. Editing.
It hardly ever happens.
Here we go. Oh, but the reinforced. I need more reinforced plates being made more fasterly.
We're producing so very little of them.
I know.
They're just little itty bitty baby reinforced.
You can see
iron
every
plates.
individual delivery as it comes in. I need to figure out how to
Yeah.
pump that up, because this is the floor that's making the modular frames. And clearly it's slow. Oh, but we do have about 200 of them here. I'm going to grab the stack of 50, and I'm going to go over and jam it into our base, because I need 50 there.
That's how you're gonna make the steel production.
Yeah, we need to do basic steel production. That's the next step.
Well,
But
while you do
unfortunately, our rotor's floor was turned off, so we don't have 150 of those.
well, while you do that, I'm gonna read up a little bit on how to build satisfactory like conveyor lines and stuff like that, because it is not what I expect. Like, you have to use splitters and mergers and stuff like that, but I'm clearly using them wrong. So
You just
I
have to
need to
math out
figure
the
out-
rates to figure out how they work. Because if
Well,
you
what
merge
I
two
was
tracks into
doing was
one with a
apparently-
merger, then you're cutting the bandwidth in half, which fucks with your math.
right. So what I was doing was I was merging 3 screw belts into one line and then splitting it to get 60 and 60. But apparently that's wrong. What you're supposed to do is you're supposed to split 1 and then merge 20 with 40 to get 60. So you have a splitter and then mergers on either side. So instead of doing what I was doing, where I was dividing from a big number to get to a like the right balance, it's more you have to do additive stuff. So does that make sense?
No, but only because
Okay.
I didn't follow.
Okay. So I think the way it works is if you
I'm more of a doer.
if you have say 2 machines that need 60 screws a pop, that means that you need 120 screws in total, so you need 3 screw poopers.
Screw poopers.
So the way that I did that was I merged 3 belts together to get one belt that was supposed to have
Launching.
160
I just
throughput,
made the rest by hand.
and then and then splitting it into two 60s,
Milestone
which is
reached.
incorrect.
Steel
What
production
you're supposed to
unlocked.
do
Foundry
is you're
grants
supposed to
access to
split
new,
one of the
simple
40s
steel
into two
parts.
20s,
An additional
and then
project part
merge
can
a
now be
40 and a
constructed.
20 to get a
Progress to the
60.
next phase is now possible.
So you don't divide
So
from
you
big numbers.
you split before you merge.
Exactly. You don't divide
Yeah.
from big numbers. You add
Because
up
if you
to your
split,
targets.
it makes sense. Because if you split conveyors, you're not reducing the rate at which the resource is delivered. You're only making each individual track after the split less efficient because it's less used. It's like it has more
I
capacity than
believe that you're
using.
correct there.
And then you merge
Yeah, I
them
think
back
that's
together
exactly
without
right.
ever falling below the original limit. And so then you never
Yep.
constrain them. Yeah. Because you were
Yeah.
before you were merging before you were splitting, which meant you were, no matter how much efficient navigation you made later, you were still dealing with a source where no matter all the splits were dealing with having been at one point up the chain restrained to one track. And so it
I
could
think that
never
you're
be better
exactly
than
right.
the bandwidth of one track.
I think that you're exactly correct there. So now that I know that, this should work really well.
Learning.
I don't know. Maybe that's more obvious for other people, but like for me, that's like
No, this game's a process.
kind of a revelation. Yeah.
There's a bit of an irony in that the giant building was kind of designed so that we'd have more space to build, but at the same time, it constantly kind of constrains how much we can fit in this place. So then we keep trying to figure out how to make the stuff fit because you run out of space so fast.
It was a good idea. The problem is that we just didn't know how much
how big to
space
make
we
it.
were actually going to need.
Yeah. It's hard. We can always just expand each floor outward whenever we want to, because it doesn't have to have building codes or anything. But it's rough. Because the alternative was to have each sub-factory be in a different region of the world, and like send the resources back and forth, and that crisscross spaghetti would also be bad in its own way. These individual floors are nice. I definitely want to figure out some kind of fucking way to like say which one's which.
Yeah,
see.
that would be great. I'm just kind of figuring it out by memory at
I'm gonna
this
check
point,
out the
but
store
it's
again. Does
okay.
the store list signs? Let's see. Walls. Wall mounts. Foundation pillars. A
so
sweet,
we should have 20.
sweet cart.
Sweet cart, bro.
Stairs.
So we have 20 on this one, and then 30. Yeah, this is kind of cool. Split before you merge is like definitely the way to do it.
Are there really not signs in this game?
Yeah,
We
there aren't any signs in this game.
we have 12 coupons. I'm gonna print those out and redeem some stuff with them.
Okay.
Let's get stairs, because that might be less annoying than some of the other stuff we've been dealing with.
Come over here. There we go. Now we should have those sexy
Let's get a
iron
normal
plates coming
ladder.
in exactly the right rates. Oh, they're perfect. Oh, they're perfect. Oh, I figured it out. Okay. Now I'm gonna go down to the screw town, and I'm gonna
Going
apply my
down to
knowledge.
Screwtown.
Hell yeah, man! All right, you're not invited to Screwtown.
I'm gonna
it's
buy
a solo trip to Screwtown.
Solo, no one's invited to Screwtown. It's just me and me. Lonely in Screwtown. It's just that's all that's happening.
Big trouble in Little Screwtown. Am I right?
I really hope there's something better than using a paint gun.
Ooh, a fixed-o-matic coffee cup.
Yeah, I got a coffee cup. It's mine. You can't have it. Just gonna have a cup of. There you go.
Well, that's fine. I didn't want coffee anyway.
Does it give me? Does it give me health? Wait. Can I not drink the coffee because I'm wearing a helmet? Ow.
That would make sense.
What floor are you on?
Screw floor. I'm in Screwtown, remember?
There
Big
you
Trouble
are.
in Little Screwtown. We've been over this.
What does this animation look like? Get off the... There. Yeah.
Okay.
Alright.
It kind of looks like you just are putting it up to your face, and then nothing is happening.
Yeah, as
So
far as I can tell,
it's
that's
like
what's happening because the water
a
level's not
gesture.
moving.
Yep.
I just put it up to my face.
Wait, hold on. I think your hand is like also clipping into it. Yep. Your pointer finger is clipping into the brown.
Sweet, dude. All right, well that didn't work out.
Yeah.
But we do have stairs now. Oh man.
Yeah.
How it, It's gonna be interesting trying to figure out how to make this work. Can I make them taller?
Which
No?
are you? Oh, you are. Oh, you did research stairsies. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see.
Just pour coffee on your helmet. Yeah, if he does that, then he's gonna look like a fishbowl.
We also have just ladders now. So we can make ladders instead of using the conveyor stacks. Which at least lets us put them around the wall? But still kind of weird. Hmm. Hmm.
Hmm. So, what? Oh my God! How the hell am I gonna understand? Oh, Jesus Christ! This little like
How's that
screw
going for
that's
you?
coming in from the side land is like so difficult for me to understand. It's just okay. It's just a regular. What the hell is it doing? You made it go back up just to make it go back down.
Who did that?
The snakes and ladders board is like easier to understand than what the hell I'm looking at here. Okay. Okay,
you
we're good. We're good. We're good.
What are you talking about that went up to come back down?
It's like your little side screw belt.
All the
coming
things
in
I
from
did,
the-
I did for a reason. Are you talking about that one last one that has to go like up into space to get around the side of the building?
Yes, that
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, it's just a regular output.
Yeah.
It's just shaped funny.
I know,
Because I had to make a
But-
trip.
but it was confusing and strange, and I didn't like it. Okay, so I'm gonna treat that as one, which means I'm gonna treat this as two. Never mind, I'm not gonna mess with the screws. I'm just going to make it worse. They are so confusing to me at this point that like I don't really want to mess with them.
Fair.
Oh no. Oh good. Okay. Oh,
Oh shit.
speaking of tangent that has absolutely nothing to do with anything that we were just talking about, I'm wearing the root t-shirt
Oh wow, my
that
favorite
arrived.
topic.
Yeah,
Oh, it arrived?
we're in the it arrived maybe a week ago or something like that.
Holy
and
shit.
I was like, cool, that's nice.
That's a long
and then
time.
it was too high to care to communicate it.
Oh yeah,
but
then you
yeah,
died.
it got in here. Yeah.
Womp womp.
Then it got here, and I was like, "Yay, thank you for that." So I'm rocking it right now.
Hooray.
Gonna be.
Okay.
You okay?
Just another scary gravity moment I had.
Yeah, I understand.
It just happens every now and then.
Yeah, we're also not playing Root, so it's not exactly the most appropriate time for me to be wearing it. But at the same
It
time,
did
I was
take-
like,
An absolute eternity to arrive.
yes, yes, it did.
Serious. That was my second time ordering it. Because for those of you at home, the first time I tried to order Bird a Christmas present, the delivery guy, I guess, must have just like showed up and been like, I don't understand, and then just like threw it in the garbage or something. I don't know. Because sure as hell didn't reach him. Like they're like, we don't.
Nope.
They were like, we don't understand the addressee or something. Some bullshit like that was said. What was it? Shit.
Right.
They just didn't deliver it to you, and then I didn't get a refund, and I also never got a notification that it failed to deliver. You just didn't get the item, and that was the end of the process.
Yeah.
And it's like, fucking excuse me? You what? That was a lot
That
of
was
work.
great.
That was a lot of work to go up one floor instead of using a ladder. You can come look at the first floor to see the mess that I made. I don't think stairs are going to be very viable.
Alright, I'm on my way.
They are, like, unforgivably not very vertical stairs.
Are they just mostly horizontal? Oh my god.
Look how many it
These
took
are
me to go.
pointless.
This is how many it took for me to go up one floor. It was such a pain.
3, 4, 5, 6. 6 flights of stairs. Alrighty.
Yep. There's supposed to be a spiral staircase, but that's also pretty bad because you'd have to run in circles the entire, like, oh god. You'd have to, like, run in circles
no,
like three
somebody-
times to get up here, I think.
Chat has dubbed this base Sky Getty. Oh, that's
Sky
exactly what it
Getty.
is. We didn't.
It's the
we
flying
didn't fix
Sky
the
Getty
spaghetti.
monster.
We just. We didn't fix the spaghetti base. We just made it formalized.
I'll take Sky Getty. No, we did it. This is way more planning and thought than the other base had, which was
Yeah.
we would just connect things, and we genuinely couldn't
Right.
tell what was happening in our base most of the time.
No, I totally get you. Like it's that meme of beforehand we were just stepping on a rake and getting smacked in the face. This time we're like doing an ollie off of a rake and getting hit in the face with
how
style. That's
how it
the Sky
started,
Getty.
how it's going, but with Sideshow Bob. Is that where we're going?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
See.
Did you research steel? Are we ready to try and incorporate that into this? Into this mess?
Yeah, I believe we have researched steel.
All right then.
I don't know if we're ready for steel yet. I feel like there might be more things we have to make
Dude.
after modular frames, but I'm not sure.
Oh man, are we ready for steel? We're not ready for steel. Steel chooses you. You know what I'm
Steel
saying?
chooses you.
Yeah. Like you think to yourself, like, I'm not ready for steel,
okay?
and I'm just gonna say the same thing because I couldn't figure out where the fuck the smelter was. There it is. This a foundry, not a smelter. Foundry is such a cool word.
Ah. We're making progress, Bird. Despite ourselves.
Yes.
And by progress, I mean I made a ladder on one side of
Oh.
the base. Alright, I'll replace the other one too. The ladders are going to be next to the walls, because I feel like I kind of need the walls to build the ladders, but also they're going to be right on the edge of the walls in the corners, because then you can hop off on one side into the room. Otherwise, you'd be in trubs.
Are modular frames just at the very, very tippy toppy?
Yes, they're currently the ceiling,
Okay.
but hopefully there'll be another floor or two above that soon.
Okay. Hey, we're actually making these at a pretty decent rate considering how we're not really going to use them that quickly. Are we?
I don't know. I have to check what's next, but whatever's next is probably made of them. And so it's just going to be every stage gets exponentially slower until we replace all the things along the way that made it slow,
It's a fucking clicker game.
or ranking everything up.
It's a clicker game. That's all it is.
I'm gonna delete my.
Every
delete
game
my,
is clicker
Let's
games.
see. I'm deleting my jump pad because it doesn't even go to anywhere anymore, really. The jump pad was short-lived in its usefulness, if it ever was useful.
I was going to say, short-lived in its novelty, maybe. Usefulness is,
When I first made it,
strong
it would
word.
jump directly to the roof, which existed back then.
yeah.
Oh, I can single-click the ladder and stretch it. That's useful.
Oh, I didn't know that. That is useful.
Well, you never made a ladder before. I just invented them.
Yeah, exactly.
Invented them.
They call him Emerald Keith Laddersmith the SB. Shit. Shit, dude.
What's up?
Oh, no. Foundries are made of iron ore, and I haven't done the iron ore math, but I know it's not good.
Foundries are made of iron ore?
No, they consume iron ore to make the steel.
Oh, yeah. Well, we have a lot of sources of iron ore. So they
Yeah,
make
but
the,
they're
they-
already-
so they make the steel by mixing. Do they mix the iron and the coal at the source?
Yeah.
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 No, I don't think our iron ore is being used at all right now.
If you say so.
I think we have a excessive backlog of input there. It's the all the factories that process it in between that aren't keeping up. Like, a lot of our problems could be addressed by just making more of every single factory type, which means expanding all of the bottom floors larger and larger.
True. Yeah, we
Okay.
shouldn't have made this like a cube. We should have just made it a big old pyramid.
Yeah, I thought I was picking. Well, I mean, it'll be a pyramid eventually. But yeah, I thought. I thought I was being relatively safe with how much space I gave us, and I was super not correct about that. There we go.
I mean, people can forgive us because the last time we made a base, there was no planning at all. So we don't. So when it came time for us to plan, of course we weren't going to do a good job of it.
Yeah, but the important thing is we're trying this time instead of not trying like last time. All right, so modular frames. I'm gonna make a. Let's see. So you want to think about iron stuff? I'm gonna think about whatever's built
I don't really
after
want
frames.
to think about it, but I'm gonna get it started at least.
So
The other thing that we need is we need coal.
Okay, so there's two things that smart plating and versatile framework are two of the things we need for the launch. I think we were technically making smart plating in our first version of the base, but incredibly slowly. Versatile framework is a modular frame plus a steel thing. So that requires steel. I can get to work on smart plating though, which is a rotor plus a reinforced iron. So that'll be good. So that's just the two of our top floors need to be mashed together with our outputs to make the next output. So that'll be easy. That'll be easy. But the other one requires an entire infrastructure of steel production. So hooray for that. I guess I'll get to work making the next entire floor.
Well, I have good news. I will be
Uh-oh.
able to make a single steel foundry, and the inputs into it will be completely unbalanced, so it probably won't scale for very long. But I'm cute, so that's good.
Wow. What an honor.
So we put that there, and we come over here, and we put a thing, and we put it over here, and we fuck it up because we put it in the wrong spot. Can't make connections.
Remarkably
Yay.
good at just losing track of what floor things are on. I'm very smart.
Okay. This will make 45 inglets. Stinglets.
Stinglets.
couple baby stings per minute. And we can use those to make things with the steel, but I don't remember what we use steel for.
New things, just as a general concept, really. So get ready. Yep.
Well, I'm gonna put a output conveyor belt that goes basically nowhere, so it just kind of sticks out like a little tongue.
The first
with
time I make a
coal
new
on it.
wall, it always rotates the back the other way.
Uh-huh.
It annoys me. So I place the first wall and I rotate it to face the direction I want it to face. And then I highlight above that to place the next wall, and it rotates back the way that the first one was. It rotates back instead of matching the first one that it's on. So it's like, okay, I guess I'll have to build a muscle memory of just pressing the mouse wheel to rotate it every time I click, because they all have to be rotated apparently. But then the third one respects the direction of the first two and doesn't have to be rotated, so you can never really settle into a groove. You have to like really just sit there and observe the whole time, because
Keeps you on your toes. all
yeah,
the
like
time.
every step of the way you're like, it's just gonna keep fucking with me. It's like, no, just come on. I have to press different inputs for each of the 3 walls that I make. It's a weird process. Huh. Okay, getting on the ladder from the inside of the building is not very easily.
Goal.
Oh, you mean the top? You mean the top right corner?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then go give us something to work towards, something to strive towards, something to put meaning
You just
into
like to
our
see it.
lives.
I pretty
Yeah,
much just
something
pick
to just be
whatever's
like,
next on the list, because we'll get them all.
Of course you do that. It's small-minded, not thinking big enough, man.
Wow.
Not-
We're just
You're not looking ahead to the future.
we're just going today, huh?
Yeah, exactly.
You wanna fucking go? You wanna go? I'll go. Where we're going?
Ooh, Minor Mark II. That's
I like to be included.
probably good.
Yes. Yes. Is that
what?
the next thing?
That's definitely something that we could
That's
get
kind of
going,
a
yeah.
that's kind of a big deal, yeah, if we can mine more of things, especially for our power.
Okay.
Not that we're really anywhere close to running out of power.
Yeah, it's gonna require.
Oh god damn it.
It's a little extra. It requires some of these steel pipies.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Steel
3 of
ingots,
those we
we need a
basically
lot of
already
them.
have, but the other one's a whole new resource we aren't even making yet. That's down the pipeline.
I'm wondering something.
Whether it's worth it.
No, it's like I think a ghost of a joke just came by.
Why? Because
like, try
I
and
murdered
land on
it?
me.
Does it want you to avenge me? It wants you to avenge what I did to it.
Yeah, it was just like I feel like I'm haunted by the ghost of a dead joke.
I'm the ghost of Keith's past. Ooh.
It's extraordinarily similar to his future and present.
Stupid.
And that it's full of stupid jokes. Shove your thumb right up bird and comment and maybe share. I don't look, I appreciate you hustling on my behalf, but I'm not 100% convinced on the direction you're going with it. Let's workshop things a little bit more before you just shove your thumb up my bird. you know?
Audience, where you go, I cannot follow.
Oh,
looking down there makes me chug
That's
a bit.
too funny though. How do I climb stairs?
Isn't that what a Isn't that what a thumbs up is?
What is a thumbs up?
Just thumbs up the bird.
I mean, if you're from the Middle Ages and you're Shakespeare and you're like, I'm gonna bite my thumb at you, and everyone's like, well, fuck you too,
bite
buddy.
my thumb at you, sir. You
Yeah.
bite your thumb at me. It's like, oh, they're doing old timey slap fighting.
Oh, ladder.
This is the good.
Oh, ladder is so much better.
This was the spilled tea of like the 1400s or whatever the fuck.
Yeah. 1400s. Nailed
Need
it.
more. I don't know. I have a terrible memory for anything related to years and stuff. Especially when it's like, what century did something happen? I'm like, I promise you, I will just say something.
Okay. What century is now?
Sherlock Holmes in the... Wait, that's the 22nd century. I can't say that one. Damn it. It's the 21st
I mean, you
century.
can say it. You
I
can
can.
be wrong, but you can say things.
God, everything needs to be scaled up so bad downstairs. Shit.
Yeah.
I still
our-
can't
our
cover it.
downstairs
That was a
area.
real show.
What?
Sherlock Holmes in the 22nd century.
Did it star David Tennant? Wait,
I
wrong
can't
person.
confirm or deny if I'm honest. Like, he's prolific. He's in things.
Why did I come up here again? I came up here for rods, but then I got so distracted by our stupid bullshit that I
God, we
forgot
need-
all meaning.
A billion more rotor making machines. Might have to spend time just scaling up screws at some point, even more.
Yeah, I think that's...
I wonder
I
if we
like that
eventually
idea
just
because
need
it gives
an
me
entire second tower that just makes screws
I don't know. I
at
was
like an
gonna say,
ungodly
though,
rate,
the-
because this building is not
the nice-
sufficing.
The nice thing about the idea of like revamping and scaling up the screws is it gets to tear up your incredibly confusing screw layout.
God, this thing's going so slow. Are you tearing up my screw layout? I like my screw layout.
No, but I sure would not be opposed to it because I find it confusing and infuriating.
My screw layout is beauteous. Oh! On that part, I have 3 things feeding into one thing. I need to go fix that. That'll increase our... I can just feed those screws directly into the rotor floor instead of into that merger. Oh, that'll be way better. Oh, that'll be way better. So much better. But actually, what floor did I... what am I doing that for? I can find it. I can find it. This is an
Okay,
opportunity.
I'm gonna take an ibuprofen break. I'll be back in 1 minute.
That is a fair thing to do. God, which floor is which? This is hard. We really desperately need labels for everything. Oh, God, I can't walk up the ladder when I haven't made it yet. Pro tip. For all you youngsters out there, don't climb ladders that don't exist yet. They don't exist. Spoilers. Okay, so this floor does not need screws at all. No, it's this one with the... Yes. This one needs so much screw. Okay. So 1, 2 floors up. Oh, it's gonna hurt, but not that much because it doesn't matter. I forgot how silly this part of my base was.
Which parts? All of it?
Yeah. How did you know?
I took a guess.
I took an educated
This song
math,
really
but boy, am
sucks.
I bad at math.
And that's how I learned how to not how to stop playing the stock market.
Oh no.
I was like, I know math. I'm pretty good with numbers. I was like, oh no, not these numbers.
These numbers are betrayers.
I was like, I didn't know numbers could come in colors. Why is
I
it
didn't-
mostly red?
Why can I smell them? I can smell numbers. Did you have a bad stock market experience? Did you get
Nah.
sucked up in the hype? This
No,
this event
this
that
GameStop thing.
doth occurred.
Jeez. Nah, we'll talk about GameStop another time. But nope, didn't really nothing happened to me. Some of these screw things, they just look like honestly, it just looks like slugs are reproducing. Do slugs even reproduce sexually? Because if so, then I have a diagram. And if they don't reproduce if they don't reproduce sexually, then I have a diagram to teach them how to start.
Why
And it just looks like our screw factory line.
aren't there floors under these buildings? I'm gonna put floors under them. That's weird.
Yeah, it's really weird that those would go away, huh?
Why did you delete the floors from under them?
I don't know. It wasn't. There were floors, and I was like, we probably don't need them. And I was right.
I guess.
Yes. I'm just being more efficient.
I guess. If you hate floors.
I don't hate floors. I just find them unnecessary.
Technically, every floor that isn't stepped on every day is optional, I guess. If that's the
Your
game
words
we
have
want to play.
inspired me to do stupid no, you don't want me to play that, thank you very much. Because I will dive headfirst into a game. If I lose it, I'll dive. No, I was standing on that.
What? Oh,
Wow.
did I delete,
I don't know how
delete
it
something you
feels.
were on? Are you near me?
Yes.
I don't even see you.
Keith, I'm right here. Keith, I'm
Oh,
here.
oh, there you are.
Yeah.
I'm
Hi.
fixing our bullshit. It'll take a
There's a lot of it to do that.
yeah. It'll
with
take it. Every episode gives me about 8 hours of things to fix.
Yeah, really. All right then, that was falling to my death.
Were you on something that I blew up again?
No, I was just on
You
the
eat yourself.
not floor anymore. It should be working perfectly. Indeed it is.
I spotted a leftover inefficiency in screws, and that has been improved.
Ah, that's a problem.
So rotors should go up significantly in production, I think. Did you?
It seems like some of our iron ingot stuff is also incorrect.
Yes.
Let me double check this. So that consumes 30 ingots per minute. And this should just produce 30, right? Yeah, it does produce 30.
The secret to optimizing our screws is just to never merge ever. Just make another lift for every single track, and then it'll just be a direct 1-to-1 and just spews into each thing. Yes, my children, frolic forth. There's gonna be so many shitty little shop boxes of screws. These, I remember I don't know what they're called. Fuck. There used to be so
Box?
many. There used to be so many of these in my life. These shitty little bins. These, the little. I don't even know.
I don't know either. What are you talking about?
The blue part of the quote unquote screws. The part that's not actually screws. I used to work in an
Blue
upholstery
part or
shop,
the
so
screw?
the screw resource in this game, not actual screws.
Yeah, okay. The box.
Yeah, the bins, those thingies.
Yeah.
There used to be so many of those in my life because I used to work in an upholstery shop. And these are This is a hilariously inefficient way of producing resources. We apparently create, like, think about the plastic waste involved in our screw production. As they just spew forth all these random fucking boxes that aren't even part of the recipe. It'd be like as if every time they made a sandwich for you at Subway, every individual ingredient down to the slices and whatnot came out of an individual Ziploc bag that they threw away.
Oh, don't give the future any ideas. Oh, man.
The output of that seems slower than the other ones. I wonder why. Did Bird do something?
What's wrong with these mines?
I bet he did.
Yeah.
No, that's just one whole. That's just one whole device outputting. It'll probably backlog eventually, if we're lucky. All right, I've improved some stuff. Huh.
Maybe I should go over here.
So now, how goeth our rotors?
Come up over here. I'm gonna get some reinforced iron, and then I'm gonna use that reinforced iron make some Mark II belts, and then I'm gonna be like, that fixed it, but it didn't fix it. It never fixes it. Nothing fixes anything in this game.
Nothing will ever be fixed. Only kicked down the road. Further and further. To be addressed
Well,
later.
you know what they say,
And
when
what-
the only tool you have is a foot, everything looks like a can.
What?
I'm quoting Stalin over here. Keep up.
Ooh. Hey, I'm Stalin here.
What are you looking at, you bum? Don't make me get this sickle and sickle it up your ass.
Why? Why I order?
And maybe this was just not working because the conveyor belts were Mark 1s instead of Mark 2s.
Rotors must be sent skyward.
Yeah, that was my favorite Zelda game, the Skyward Rotor.
Skyward Rotor. I mean, in Skyward
Yeah.
Sword, you do have little robot buddies. Oh, fuck! Ow.
I can always tell when you're falling.
Yeah, it's I
never a
react
quiet
consistently.
event. You do not
No.
you do not go silent into that night. You go
No.
screaming and yelling your
Falling's
head off into
a
that
bad
night.
feeling that deserves reaction. No, I
No,
actually
I
literally just
understand.
uploaded a highlight reel of me falling off of things today.
In Satisfactory,
No, just in general.
in real life. Oh, I see.
Yeah, in real life. That's what I mean.
Well, I mean, you could also choose to not be sarcastic, huh? How about that? Do you ever think of that?
I'm sorry, I don't understand the question.
There's more sarcasm. Don't make me break the sickle off in your ass. I don't even know where I'm going with this.
Don't worry, none of us do. Break the sickle off in your ass. Uncomfortable. Oh, I thought you could. Damn it! I thought you could cheat at this. Maybe it's the other hotkey. Yeah, you can cheat at it. Okay. Okay. So you just don't need to put power poles on your
Yeah.
on your hotbar, because if you just put power on your hotbar, it'll automatically place a power pole at your destination.
Right.
Danke schön.
Oh,
There's-
that's
if
German
the-
for Donkey Kong.
If there's anything that has continued to be stupid spaghetti with no plan, it's definitely power poles.
Yeah.
I
Well,
I
that's
hate
because there's
them.
no punishment for
No,
for
you
having
just
no
build
plan for power poles.
Eventually, you just make like a transformer station that's just like a weird cluster of 16 power poles, and just find any that are left over to be connected to. And if you ever run out of things to connect, just add 17 more power poles to whatever the thing you're doing. Just fuck it, I'm future proofing. This is what future proofing means. I like how in the meantime our fucking we're doing all this for iron. I made our fucking copper process over there in like half an hour, and we've never touched it since, and we've never needed to expand it still to this day.
It's because iron is such a more annoying bottleneck than copper.
Oh man, I'm realizing that like what's weird here is that I still haven't had to connect any of those copper things to this building.
Yeah, that
So I-
part is really weird to me too.
Yeah, so I
Like,
guess
Is
what's
the
weird
copper
what's
branch
weird
of production just not overlapping with the iron branch at all?
I feel like it does eventually or something, but yeah, like at the moment, yeah, we just don't have to mix the two. It's like that's just a separate entity over there, which is just fucking weird.
I really don't get why these are so
That's the rotors?
strange. The smelters with these iron, like, I don't understand what's causing them to not be perfect. Because a miner produces 60 iron, and then I'm doing a single split into two smelters to be 30 and 30, and yet the two smelters seem to always be starved.
Hmm.
And I don't know why. I don't
You
get
can
it.
do it. I believe
can't.
in you.
I tried. I failed, and therefore am basically done.
Oh no. You can't be done. You have at least 20 minutes left.
Oh, believe me, I can waste those 20 minutes.
I can do anything else. Sorry, are you still working on the stuff downstairs, or did you start doing steel? I actually didn't listen to the product you mentioned. Oh, I see you split off the coal from the other thing.
Yeah, so I split off the coal from the other thing to make steel. We're doing actually pretty well on this. Yeah, this might be a way for me to solve my problem, which is just research stronger miners and then meet foot. Am I right?
And just get more capacity of everything. Well, we do need steel pipes, which require you to finish at least some steel, so that it can like build for a while or something.
Yeah, I can make a bunch by hand real quick.
Smart plating is also made at a rate of 2 per minute. Oh boy.
But I think that we're making everything. We probably can actually just get it. Oh, this is advanced steel production. I thought this was advanced miner. Is this? Hang on, let me look at this.
Did you like misread it, or did you click the wrong one?
Okay. No, this is right. It just says. I feel like they're burying the lead when they say advanced steel production.
Because it comes with Miner
best
Mark
part
II.
Is the Miner Mark II, and I'm like, that's the good one.
That's
What
what
are
I'm
we
here
doing
for.
with the other? Yeah, this other shit is bullshit. Specifically.
You had to specify what type of shit it was.
Yeah.
Lest we become concerned and human something be called. Oh yeah, Miner Mark II. Encased industrial beam. Stator motor. What is a stator? Automated wiring.
It's a guy that plays on the pan flute.
The chonky modular frame.
You know, probably tried to fuck with Ulysses or Homer or something like that.
Alright, well, we're not getting this done for a while. Yeah. I'm gonna switch it to the thing that doesn't require steel. Click.
What?
Because we can finish this right now, and then we can switch it back.
Okay, that's
And
fair.
I believe it saves our progress, and this one gives us more inventory slots.
Okay, yeah, that's fair.
It gives us more inventory slots, more hand slots, which is the ones you mouse wheel between. And it also gives us the Xeno Basher, which is the big melee weapon. Which sounds very racist.
Well, that's because it is.
Yeah. I don't like things that are different from me. So I scoop them up and bonk them on the head. What are you doing? You trying to brain smart?
No,
I warned you not to do that.
I feel like Little Bunny Foo Foo, like, unfairly portrays rabbits in
As
a negative
racist
light.
and
Yeah,
violent.
I mean, rabbits are like, they're pure, they're kind-hearted, they're lovable little creatures that have.
You don't like there
not
being
an
a song
ounce of
about a
hatred in their
rabbit's
heart.
insatiable bloodlust.
Exactly what I'm saying. Do I have a Twitch bird? If you look 1 inch to the right of my head, you will find my Twitch. I understand that my visage may be very distracting in its, like, gloriety, but it's there, trust me. Rabbits eat their own children if necessary. Okay, name an animal that doesn't do that. That isn't... Okay, you can't say human. Name an animal aside from... You know what I'm trying to say.
That's an ongoing theory with Stephanie, is Stephanie thinks that Kiki ate her own children. She thinks that Kiki has probably had kids before and ate them.
Who the hell is Kiki? You talking about the girl who runs the delivery service? I'm confused.
No, it's our dog that has one eye.
Yeah. That's interesting because most dogs don't have any eyes. It's just an O. There's
What?
no other vowel in the word dog.
Oh. That's the level we're on now.
We're in the basement at this time. Ooh.
Well, enjoy
What was I
improved
gonna
melee
say?
combat. Button.
I kind of will, but mostly I just want the
Milestone reached.
The inventory
change the
slots.
active milestone.
Your pocket
Select
dimension.
milestone.
Oh,
Advanced steel
press
production.
tab and see those slots just slot into place. They fill in one by one.
Why won't it? I just want to display the active milestone. Okay,
It goes
let me,
bloop, bloop,
let me
bloop,
see
bloop.
that. Okay,
all-
that's actually pretty cool.
It's all satisfying.
It really annoys me that I can't see the active milestone when the pod is away.
I need to collect flowers. It's fine. You just need to make steel beams or pipes or whatever.
I already did. I made them like 3 minutes ago.
You need like 100 though, I think.
I made 200.
Yo, did you just sit here and make them by hand?
It took a minute. Really didn't take very long.
Making things by hand is sacrilege, except when I did it earlier.
Oh, well, excuse
We are
me.
civilized factory folk, which is why I'm frolicking through the field looking for flowers while skipping a lot. Because I need
There's
100
one thing I
flowers
associate with
to make.
civilization. It's people skipping through fields.
I need 100 flower petals to make a color cartridge so that I can start painting our base so each floor has color so we can tell what they
Keith,
are.
You're skipping through a field, ripping the genitalia off plants.
Yeah.
And you're saying that like rabbits are inhuman?
Yeah.
You're literally just a coffee cup.
It's because I write the rules,
looks
bitch.
gross.
Rabbits don't write no rules. That's why they're uncivilized. Meanwhile, I'm gonna come over here and geld more flowers.
Oh. Just walking by a rose and you're like, I'm gonna circumcise that.
They wish it was just a circumcision. That is so much lower impact than what we're talking about. Except I think flowers can just grow everything back.
I don't know, but that's a sentence.
They
Holy
wish
shit.
it was a circumcision. I guess I just rip up every random bush and they randomly give me flowers in the process. I can't find actual flower bushes.
Good lord. Oh, God. Ah, the worst part about having long hair is it keeps
Eating it?
going in my mouth. Yeah.
I knew I was right. That's when I know I need a
it's
haircut.
gross.
Is the moment the hair gets in my mouth, I'm like, this can't stand. I hate.
I know
'cause
I need a
'cause
haircut because it's been like a year
It's been.
probably at this point.
It's really bad in sleeping situations. I hate when the hair starts going all over my face when I'm sleeping. Like, shh, I'll take care of this. Just this once. Just go. Good night, sweet prince, for the last time. It just feels like my hair's trying to murder me in my sleep.
I don't think that the kid. You know what? It's fine. Your literary reference was good enough.
It's
8 out of 10.
Spoilers, I don't even know what it's from. It's just a phrase people
it's
say.
kind of aware because there's no connotation of murder happening.
Yeah, no, it's I know that part.
scene. Oh, okay.
I know it's not a murder
That's good.
murder quote,
That's good.
but it is now. I was speaking euphemistically, not literarily, because I didn't know it was a literary reference.
God damn, that would be so much more awful if it was like, "Good night, you sweet princes." I don't think that.
Use hair clips to hold that hair face. Last time I owned a hair clip, two of my friends met at an expensive place to eat in Seattle just to talk shit about my hair.
Hey, so
And then they told me for some reason.
okay, I don't remember telling you. Or sorry, I should have known up to this. I don't remember you telling me that your friends told you.
Because you and fucking Marty, I'm like, hey, you guys probably get along. Like, Marty goes out to Seattle every now. You guys should meet up, have a nice
Yeah,
dinner.
it was lovely.
And what you did is you proceeded to talk shit about me during that dinner. It's fucking great. I feel so included.
I mean, you were there in spirit. Mean spirit, but spirit.
It's one of my life's greatest regrets, the time I tried growing my hair out just to see what it would be like. The answer is, what it's like is everyone fucking makes fun of you. To your face.
I didn't make fun of you to your face.
No, Andrew made fun of me during a Twilight Imperium stream in the Twitch chat, which Marty read out, and then everyone in the entire room laughed at me during a live stream. Like, Jesus Christ, it's that bad,
That
huh? I just
that
wanted
might explain. Okay, so I was there for that Twilight Imperium stream, and I remember I just said something in the comments being like, Keith's got really long hair. And your response was so defensive. I was like, okay, that came out of nowhere. Because I just remember, all I remember saying was something like, Keith, why are you growing your hair out? And you were like, I don't know, I just wanted to give everyone an excuse to immediately make fun of me for it or something. And I was like, I am missing some context here.
I was catching it from all sides for a while. I'm like, wow, no one even has like there isn't even like the quiet part where people talk about you behind your back, but then like don't to your face. Like, no, I got it from so many different people that hated my hair. I'm like, jeez, I've never had more opinions about my appearance said to my face about anything. I was like, holy fuck. Because it was just the constant temptation, like, I don't know, what if I just grow it out longer the next time, just to see it? Like, there's always the dare, like, I could cut my hair.
Yep.
Or, and like, people fucking hated it.
Yeah.
It was actually weird.
My hair's in an interesting place because COVID gave me a good sort of excuse, almost, I guess you could say, to like experiment and see what that result would be. And it's like, it comes and goes. It's like, oh, that kind of looks intentionally, like, stylishly long versus, like, that looks fucking disgusting. And it just, like, varies between, like, I don't know. There must just be, like, little midway points. There must be little thresholds that you need to pass of hair length.
Yeah.
For your hair to look good.
Also, Glass House
Right
is
now,
Marty. When I met you, you had a ponytail.
Oh no! Oh, Marty, we're not allowed to be friends anymore. I'm sorry. I got a no ponytail rule.
Click.
I don't put up with any
I finally
horse
collected
sitting
enough
around.
flowers to make a flower cartridge. Hooray!
Hey, I just need rotors. I need rotors, but we don't make very many at all.
No, we don't.
I could probably just make them myself. They are extremely easy.
I did last time. It's just not a great time. I only made like 28 though, not 181. I hate that thought.
Let me see. I have some amount in my inventory. Where are they?
Got a color gun. Oh yeah, we have a rebar gun unlocked. I just haven't made one yet.
I have 53 rotors sitting in my inventory already. This won't take long. Yeah, this won't take long. Yeah, right now my hair went through a phase where it just looked really, really bad, and now it's starting to look more like guitarist. And it's like, okay, that wrapped around to being acceptable to some degree again, somehow.
How do I use this thing?
It was like, oh, I went from being like sweet Jesus to sweet child of mine.
Oh. How do I... Okay, this can be edited.
The footage.
You have some solid color control here too. Oh yeah. See, I need to pick what each floor should be in color. 'Cause
Oh,
I
you're
have
researching flowers to make paint to make.
Yeah, I have
colors
my
for the
color gun now with some
foundations?
ammo. I had to run around and grab a lot of those.
That's why you're going around ripping the sexual glands off of plants.
Yes. Very good, bird. Gold star. This will be the screw color. What?
Oh my god, yeah, making rotors by hand is
Was I too
phenomenally
far?
bad.
Huh.
Holy shit. Yeah, making 20 is acceptable-ish. It'll just take a lot of time. Making 200 by hand is like homework. Well, there we are at 82 anyway.
Wait, can I not color walls?
Oh, it's fine. It doesn't need to look good. It needs to look functional. Remember what Stalin says.
Well, the walls
More
are what I wanted to
functional
color.
reform.
I wanted to color the walls, and then we tell what floor each one was.
Well, okay, what is it? All you need to do to fix that is you need to stack a bunch of floors
I can
up
color
on
the
top of each other in the
floor.
corner to make it a wall. It's just a thick floor.
Like, I guess I can color the area around each floor. I can't believe I can't color these walls. Do I need to make new walls? What kind of walls can we make? There's wooden walls. Do I need to replace these all with wooden walls?
Have you ever heard of being able to paint wood? Jeez.
You can paint steel.
Right, because steel's not made of wood.
What
It's
are the
made
two
of
sides of this look like? Which one should be the
Some
outside?
shit.
Should the
I feel like
textured
video
one be on the
games-
outside?
I feel like video games have taught me, like, nearly 100% more metallurgy than the average person will ever know.
Oh yeah, like the idea
Uh,
that steel is made of like, it's like an alloy.
Coal
of
and iron. Yeah, alloys. Of like, oh wow, I now know way more than I think most people would ever know about metallurgy. On the other hand, I know basically nothing about metallurgy at the same time. So if I was like, hey, I'm as a gas, I'm gonna try and see if I can make some steel real quick, I'm just gonna end up burning my hands.
This is gonna be a project. All right, we're definitely gonna come back next episode, and I'm gonna suddenly have a painted building. So I'm definitely
Sounds
not
good.
spending 2 hours of stream doing this next time. But I need to collect a
Nice.
lot of flowers to replace all the walls with the new orange walls that are paintable. Then paint each floor a different
Gotcha.
color, and then we'll start learning what each floor is by color, and we'll be able to figure out where we
Yeah.
are.
I've learned all your basic alloys, right? Like I've learned steel is iron and coal. I learned adamantium is adamantium and coal. I learned mithril is mithril and coal. I learned runite is runite and coal. So, you know,
Pretty
alloys,
much
bro.
have it all nailed. Yeah.
Yeah.
Obvi.
Alright, I'm gonna call it for the night though.
Good night, sweet prince. Also, look at how blue this is. Look at how too blue this is. Oh,
That
did I just delete the
is-
wrong thing?
That's so blue that it looks like it should be part of a witness puzzle.
I might need to repaint it a more relaxed blue.
Gotcha.
Let's see. Maybe I'll just rainbow it
else do
from
you
ceiling.
stream?
Maybe I'll just rainbow from floor to ceiling.
I stream over
That'll be
here. I
that'll be
stream
nice
these
and
things.
garish.
Look at the things I stream. Like, yeah. Over here. YouTube.com/birdcatcher.
You're right there? My favorite thing
Yeah.
about using paint cartridges on the unpaintable surface is it still consumed my ammo. That was nice of them. I appreciated that. Let's see, maybe I'll hang
Alright.
out at like 85% opacity.
I'll see you tomorrow.
See ya.
Probably. Dude.
Is there like a range limit on this shit? Why is it? Oh. It retroactively applies to every building that looks like that? So I can be like, you're yellow now, update. And that's interesting. So that is it being less saturated. It just looks like not what it looks like it'll look like in the picture. The picture's full of lies. Alright, so that's like a more chilled blue. I'm gonna have to get so many fucking flowers. I've painted like 6 walls so far, but I've used like 20 cartridges because this is a weird system. We'll slowly figure this out. Oh fuck, this is gonna take an eternity. Well, look forward to that.